By the way, I'm going to have to hunt up here and find those symbols. Noah, I'm going to have you drive. I will read them out to you. First one is AMD, Mike Berg. AMD. Let's have Gino take this first one. Let's go top down. Gino, Noah, Tim.
Okay, AMD. Advanced Micro Devices, right? Yeah. Looking at that, I'm seeing a head and shoulders downtrend, which Noah could probably outline for you there. It's kind of a broken shoulder on the right there. But this support, these last 4 supports that it hit today, if that breaks, that's a good place for me to enter a put because that's bearish, and it's in a downtrend.
Love it. Let's go on to, and I'm trying to copy and paste these in. As soon as I can see it with my eyes, I'll read it out loud. Let's do BZUN from Chuck and Andrea. This will be you, Noah.
BZUN. This is a stock I have not ever traded before, not familiar with it, but as far as patterns go, you got a pretty hard sell-off on that earnings announcement and a possible double bottom forming. But that support resistance neighborhood of 25 might be a place to watch for it to test. If you back it out to a weekly chart, you're probably looking at a bullish retracement. But anytime you get that kind of speed and volatility to the downside, I'm always cautious and wait for some good upward confirmation before entering.
Yeah, very interesting. Give me Tesla. And I will take Tesla. I was asked about two months ago, Ethereum or Tesla, and I took Ethereum. I know Tesla because they're about $300 a share and then $300 a coin. Tesla's been in a nice upswing the last couple of months. Earnings was very interesting. Gap up, fill back. We're at support right here, guys, and it's a tough chart, tough trend, but I've got an upward bias to it. I still do like the company. I like the trend. Just got its risk to it. I mean, there's no question in that volatility, so be cautious with that. VICEX, VICEX.
VIC.
USA Mutual Funds.
Wow, where are they getting this one? Okay, when you see this, if it's your mutual fund, that is where you actually have to use indicators and support resistance because there's so much gapping going on here, and that's
well, you got to kick it to a line chart. And by the way,
line chart.
This just makes me sad a little bit, and I want to be happy. All right, let's convert this at some point to an ETF, right? So I get it if we're in funds, but let's have a plan, right? I mean, I hate seeing those little dashes on my screen. A trading angel loses its wings every time we look at a mutual fund chart. So at some point,
it's like really bad Morse code. It's all dashes,
right? We have to convert these puppies to ETFs at some point. But I get it. VICEX, what is this one anyway? The Vice Fund, USA Mutual's Vice Fund. You'd have to look up the holdings here and all that. The trend is up and then flat.
And some of these funds, Tim, are like a third of them might be in bonds. And you find out that it's not even in a lot of stocks. So yeah, got to break it down.
For sure.
So it's hard to analyze it. So that's why I have to put moving averages on it and a line chart, which is a great tip, you guys. Back to the line chart.
Latricia, I'll tell you, shoot me an email. I'll send you a link on how to find the holdings on VICEX. Let's go on to RIG. Now, RIG is going to be a complicated one. Jasmine's got a good one here. RIG, Noah. Obviously, our hearts and our prayers go out to those people down in South Texas and East Texas, right? So I get it. But the oil sector is affected here. Ocean liners here, Noah. What do you think?
Well, anytime you're looking at any of your rig outfitters, you have to be aware of hurricane season. And this is one I've actually traded in the past, and I've actually been through a hurricane season with this one before. It looks like a bearish retracement to me. I mean, it's got a downward trend, and there are obviously some potential pain or losses that come with that type of a storm in general Gulf Coast area, but. Considering the fact that it's been running up while the worst effects of the storm have been felt, that's an interesting. That kind of creates a layer of complexity there. I'd be cautiously bearish on it, but wouldn't be surprised if we saw a reversal for whatever reason based off of that little counter trend run right now.
A couple minutes left, and I am the host, so I am going to cherry pick a few here. Chipotle Mexican Grill. It's down the list here. This one is from Sherry. Oh, Chipotle. Guys, is that ugly or is that ugly?
That's what we're used to.
Okay.
Bear trend.
That is a bearish retracement. You could take a picture, zoom that in from the top to the bottom, Noah. We could take a screenshot of that and put it right in the Master Trader
Yeah.
manual. Okay, I got to tell you,
That is a textbook.
textbook bear retracement with a pivot and a reversal candle. Guys, a red candle tomorrow. But this one could be one of the only ones here in the entire list of rapid fire where it could be a trade tomorrow. You know, with a trigger and a pivot, that's a swing trade setup if I've ever seen one. Now, I don't care how delicious their burritos are, and I'm hungry for dinner too. You trade what you see. Everybody type that in, trade what I see. Okay.
And definitely don't trade with your gut on this one.
That's right. Oh, Noah always with the quick one. Definitely topped me there, Noah. And one last, well, actually maybe two last one. That's bearish, bear downtrend, bear retracement. Put that in the clubhouse as a candidate for tomorrow, guys. I love that one. And let's go to Gino. Gino, we're going to go to Baba. Obviously, with the craziness overseas, Chinese stocks have some risk in them right now. This has been a tackle 25 stock. Gino, this will be our last one of the night, and then we'll talk about some homework, guys, so stay with me. But finish it up on Baba here.
Wow, just like you said, the last one was a textbook bear setup. Zoom in on this one, Noah. This is a textbook bullish bull pullback. And with my indicators, it's sitting right on the 20. And see, the way I trade this is it broke out of that double top. It's coming back. If I get a green candle above today's high, that's my trigger. That'd be my swing low setup. On my setup, it's actually bouncing right off the 20, so I have to take the trade. Being this expensive, it's an option trade. So yes, this did pull back, and this is one of those Alibaba is what is that? What do they call it? The Asian Google? Is that what it's called?
Asian Amazon, Asian
Yeah.
Google, right?
Asian Amazon, kind of is what they think, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a big, and so look at the world markets too. You have to look at those sectors in the world markets and how they're doing. So I always look at the country ETF behind this.